Have you ever been in the middle of something important, only to have your dog suddenly start limping, sighing dramatically, or staring into your soul? Our dogs, our amazing companions, have evolved over thousands of years to live alongside us. In that time, they have developed some very clever and sometimes very funny ways to get our attention. It's a language all its own, a mix of instinct and learned behavior designed to make sure we, their pack leaders, are focused on them. These behaviors aren't just random acts, they are a deep part of their social nature, a way of communicating their needs, their wants, and their love for us. These moments can be so sweet, like when your dog gently rests their head on your knee. They can also be silly, like when they steal a sock and parade it around the house, waiting for you to give chase. But behind every one of these actions is a message. They are trying to connect with us, to engage with us, and to strengthen the bond we share. It's not about being naughty, it's about being social. It's about being part of a family, a pack. Understanding this is the first step to a more balanced and fulfilling relationship with your dog. Today we're going to look at 10 of the most common and most hilarious ways our dogs demand our attention. I'm going to help you understand the psychology behind these actions. Why does your dog do what they do? What are they really trying to say? By understanding their world, their energy, and their instincts, we can learn to respond in a way that builds trust and respect. We can meet their needs while also guiding them toward calm, balanced behavior. Let's explore the wonderful and often funny world of how our dogs ask for our attention. It's a classic move, one that plays directly on our human emotions. One moment your dog is perfectly fine, the next they are lifting a paw, letting out a little whimper, and limping as if they've just run a marathon on hot coals. You rush over, full of concern, checking their paw, their leg, offering comfort and sympathy. You give them all the attention they could possibly want. And then, something amazing happens. You mention the word walk, or you grab their favorite squeaky toy, and suddenly, a miracle. The limp vanishes, the pain is gone. The dog is ready for action. This isn't your dog being dishonest, it is your dog being incredibly smart. They have learned a simple equation, showing a sign of vulnerability equals receiving a huge amount of your focused energy and affection. They remember the last time they were genuinely hurt, how you cared for them, and they are recreating that scenario to get that same loving response. It's a powerful tool in their social toolkit. They are not faking to be manipulative in a human sense. They are using a strategy that they know works to bring their pack leader closer. It's a testament to their intelligence and their deep need for our connection. In the modern world, our dogs have found modern ways to communicate. You may have seen these videos online. Dogs with a soundboard of buttons, each programmed with a word like outside, play, or love you. At first, it seems like a fun trick. But for the dog, it becomes a powerful tool for getting a predictable reaction. They learn that pressing a specific button gets a specific result. If they press the play button, you will probably stop what you're doing and engage with them. It becomes a direct line to your attention. The dog isn't necessarily having a full conversation with you in the human sense. What they understand is cause and effect. When I push this button with my paw, my human looks at me, talks to me, and something happens. They might start spamming the button, not because they desperately need to go outside for the 10th time in an hour, but because they are bored and know that the button is a guaranteed way to make you interact. It's a fascinating example of how dogs adapt their communication strategies to the tools we provide them, turning a simple device into their personal attention-summoning machine. There is nothing quite as intense as a dog's stare. You can be reading a book, watching TV, or just sitting quietly, and you feel it. You feel those eyes on you. When you look up, there they are, sitting perfectly still, just staring. This isn't an aggressive or challenging stare. It's a deep, soulful look that seems to penetrate right through you. In the world of dogs, direct eye contact can be a sign of dominance. But in the human-dog relationship, it has evolved into something very different. It has become a primary form of affectionate communication. When your dog stares at you like this, they are doing the canine equivalent of sending you a direct message. They are trying to create a connection. It's their way of saying, "Hey, I'm here, I see you, do you see me?" Research has shown that when dogs and humans share a loving gaze, both of their brains release oxytocin, the love hormone. Your dog has learned that this quiet, intense stare is a peaceful but effective way to get you to notice them, share a moment of connection, and maybe, just maybe, get a head scratch or a kind word out of the deal. You leave a sock on the floor, turn your back for a second, and when you look again, it's gone. A moment later, you see your dog, trotting proudly past the doorway with the sock in their mouth, maybe giving a little play bow or a flick of their tail. They aren't planning to eat the sock or destroy it, well, usually. Their goal is much simpler. They want you to play a game. They want you to chase them. They have just initiated a game of keep away, and you are their chosen playmate. This is a classic attention-seeking behavior, rooted in their instinct to play. The dog knows that you value certain objects. They see you interact with your shoes, your laundry, the remote control. By taking one of these items, they know they are taking something that will get your immediate attention. The chase that follows is a huge reward for them. You are running, laughing, and focusing all your energy on them. For a bored or understimulated dog, this is the best game in the world. They have successfully turned a boring moment into an exciting, interactive playtime, all by stealing something they know you will want back. It is one of the most powerful sounds in the canine arsenal, the deep, heavy, theatrical sigh. Your dog will find a spot near you, lie down, and let out a long, audible exhalation of air. It's often paired with the puppy dog eyes, a longing stare that seems to hold all the sadness in the world. You hear that sound, you look over, and your heart just melts. You immediately think, "Oh, my poor dog is so bored," or "My dog is so unhappy." You feel compelled to go over and provide comfort, a gentle pat, or some reassuring words. This behavior is a masterpiece of emotional manipulation, but it comes from a place of social intelligence, not malice. Your dog has learned through simple observation that this sound gets a reaction from you. It's a passive but highly effective way of drawing your attention and affection. Unlike barking or pawing, which are very active demands, the sigh is a subtle, quiet request. It's your dog saying, "I'm feeling a little lonely over here, and I know this sound makes you feel sympathy for me." It's a quiet conversation, a gentle tug on your heartstrings to remind you that they are there and would love some interaction. You've just sat down after a long day. You have a cup of tea, you're ready to relax. Then, you feel a wet, slobbery tennis ball being nudged insistently into your hand. You look down, and your dog is there, tail wagging, eyes bright with anticipation. You toss the ball once. They bring it back. You toss it again. They bring it back again. No matter how many times you throw it, they will continue to bring you that toy, especially when you seem to be idle. This isn't just about exercise. It's about initiating engagement. For many dogs, especially breeds with a high prey or retrieval drive like Labradors and Border Collies, the game of fetch is the ultimate form of partnership. It's a job you are doing together. When they bring you the ball, they are not just asking you to throw it, they are inviting you to participate in an activity with them. It's their way of saying, "Hey, let's do something together. Let's connect." When you are busy, they might leave you alone, but the moment you seem available, they see it as an opportunity to reinforce your bond through their favorite shared activity. It's a beautiful, instinct-driven invitation to play. So the house is quiet, nothing is happening. And then suddenly your dog erupts into a series of loud barks, staring intently at a blank wall, an empty corner, or maybe out a window where nothing is moving. You get up, walk over, and try to see what they are barking at. You look out the window, you check the room, and you find nothing. You might say, "What is it, boy? There's nothing there." Maybe you even pet them to calm them down. And in that moment, the dog has achieved its goal. They got you to stop what you were doing and give them your full attention. This is what I call attention barking. The dog has learned that barking is a very effective alarm bell. It almost always makes the human come to investigate. When a dog is feeling bored, under-exercised, or lonely, they might create their own excitement. The act of barking at nothing is a self-rewarding behavior because it results in interaction from their pack leader. They are not seeing ghosts. They are creating a reason for you to come and engage with them. It's a simple but, honestly, pretty brilliant strategy to break the silence and pull your focus directly to them. You have a rule in your house: no dogs on the couch. Your dog knows this rule. They follow it most of the time. But, when you're on a long phone call or really focused on your computer, you might suddenly catch a flash of fur out of the corner of your eye. You look up, and there's your dog, sitting proudly on the forbidden couch, looking right at you. They know they're not supposed to be there. In fact, that's kind of the whole point of the exercise. They're not just seeking comfort, they're seeking a reaction. Breaking a known rule is a surefire way to get your attention, and fast. The dog knows that jumping on the bed or couch will cause you to say their name, to get up, and to interact with them, even if that interaction is a negative one, like saying, off. To a dog craving any form of engagement, even negative attention is better than no attention at all. It's honestly a calculated act of canine civil disobedience. They're not being defiant to challenge your authority. They're being clever to break through your bubble of distraction and force you to acknowledge their presence. It can start as a gentle touch, just a soft paw placed on your arm or leg. It's a sweet, polite request. May I have a pet, please? But if this behavior is rewarded, it can quickly escalate. Soon, that gentle touch becomes a more insistent pawing. And if they're still being ignored, it can turn into a persistent, sometimes frantic, scratching at you. They'll paw at you for treats, for praise, for dinner, or honestly, just for the sake of getting you to look at them. It's one of the most direct, physical ways a dog can demand your attention. This behavior is learned very quickly. The first time your dog paws at you and you respond with a treat or a scratch behind the ears, you've just taught them a valuable lesson. This action gets me what I want. From the dog's perspective, it's a simple transaction. They're performing an action to receive a reward. It's our job as pack leaders to teach them a more polite way to ask. If we only reward the pawing, the behavior will become more and more persistent, because we've shown them that it's the most effective way to communicate their desires to us. Do you ever feel like you have a second shadow? You get up from the couch to go to the kitchen, and your dog gets up and follows you. You go from the kitchen to the bathroom, and they're right there behind you, sometimes waiting patiently outside the door. You can't move from one room to another without your furry companion trotting at your heels. This is often called Velcro Dog syndrome, and while it can sometimes feel a bit much, it actually comes from a deep-seated instinct to stay with the pack. In the wild, staying close to the pack leader means safety, security, and access to resources. For our domestic dogs, we are the pack leader. Following you around is their way of maintaining that connection and always being available for any potential interaction. They're keeping an eye on you, waiting for a cue that it's time for a walk, time for food, or time for play. It's their way of making sure they don't miss out on anything important. While it can be a sign of separation anxiety in extreme cases, for most dogs, it's simply a behavior that says, "You are the center of my world, and I just want to be near you." So, from the phantom limp to the Velcro-like following, all of these behaviors, as funny and sometimes frustrating as they can be, are not signs of a bad dog. They're signs of a socially intelligent animal who loves you and is trying their best to communicate with you in the ways they know how. Your dog's world really does revolve around you. These clever, dramatic, and honestly hilarious bids for your attention are just different ways of them saying, "I love you. You are my pack. Let's connect." They are a testament to the incredible bond that we're so lucky to share with these animals. Understanding this is key. When your dog is demanding attention, it's a signal that one of their needs isn't being fully met. Whether it's the need for exercise, mental stimulation, or simple affection. The goal is not to punish these behaviors, but to understand the need behind them and fulfill it in a structured way. Instead of rewarding the barking or jumping, wait for a moment of calm, and then initiate play or give affection. This teaches them that calm, balanced energy is what gets them the connection they crave. It reinforces your role as a calm, assertive pack leader. By meeting your dog's social and emotional needs through regular exercise, discipline, and affection, in that order, you build a relationship based on trust and mutual respect. You provide the leadership they need, and in return, they'll give you the balanced, joyful companionship you both deserve. Remember to celebrate these little communications. They're the language of your unique pack, a daily reminder of the love and intelligence of the amazing dog you share your life with. Stay calm and stay connected.